Well, overnight tonight, 64 degrees, mostly clear skies, a little overnight fog. For your morning commute, be on the lookout for that. It may not be at your house, but it may be at your destination. So we'll go 64 to 68 from 6 to 8 a.m. and have that opportunity for patchy fog. Indeed, Futurecast here pretty much shows the visibility down around 1/10 of a mile at spots, 2 to 3 miles at spots. It just depends where your spot is and what spot you're heading to on through the 6 to 8 a.m. hour. And then by 9 a.m. it starts to break apart and it's a done deal. So that's the way it's going to work out, much like it did this morning. So slow down. Use the low beam headlights. Give yourself extra distance and avoid sudden stops. And make sure you leave early. That way you don't get all grumpy and cranky when you're having to slow down. Take it from me. All right, 84 degrees at noon, 87 degrees at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So another warm day compared to normal. I mean, we should be topping out 82, 83 degrees, but instead we'll be up there around 87 degrees. Now, here's the deal. Winds are... well, they're not cooperating anymore in the forecast. We had a nice northeast breeze, and that was helping to keep humidity in check. Now we're noticing the wind coming back east-southeast, so the drier air is all going to retreat out west, and we're left with a surge of southeast wind on Friday. Not as strong, but just a continued push that's going to continue to convey humid air on into the valley. So Friday and the upcoming weekend, we're going to notice it's going to feel a lot more sticky out there. Temperatures will continue to flirt with 90, and then we get into the weekend. We're at 90 each day. Then we cool down a little bit as we head into early next week. We have a frontal boundary coming on in, and that's going to kind of shift things up a little bit. Not only is it going to take a little bit off the top in terms of temperature, it will introduce at least a slight chance for some showers on Monday as it heads on in our way. So as far as the weekend, you've got plans. I hope your plans include bottled water because it is going to be warm out there around the valley. 90's warm. That's not hot. That's just warm, right? And of course, we'll be a little bit on the humid side as well, so be on the lookout. Here comes that front. And as it does, push on down across Texas, the cooler air will come in behind it. The blue line with the triangles on it is the leading edge of the cooler air. And as it pushes on to the south and to the east, we'll see some rain and maybe even some thunderstorms break out on ahead of it from the east and on through Louisiana and back up north. Now you've got yourself a little chance for rain here in the valley as the front moves through. Not much of one, but some. And then the mild air filtering on in behind it. Typical valley style, a cold front leaves behind 80 to 80 degrees for Monday, but then a little more cool air settling in for Tuesday of next week, and we're in the mid to upper 70s. Again, that is definitely valley style cold front for sure. The cooler air will all be upstate from San Antonio to Abilene and up and toward the Panhandle. Now, satellite radar or satellite shows that we're looking at basically this tropical storm, Eta, continuing to make its way on towards Cedar Key and then Gainesville and then off toward Jacksonville. We have another area of low pressure that would become Iota. There's a 90% chance of becoming that over the course of the next 5 days as it moves towards Central America. Still no threat to the valley. And Theta, which is out there heading back toward Africa. Boy, is that thing confused. So overall, the real threat here to the United States immediately is Eta, making its way on, as I said, across Gainesville and Jacksonville, and then on off to the east, off the east coast, follow the Gulf Stream and be harmless. So no threats to the valley, but lots of talk. Now, is there any impact? Yes, there is, because on the back side, the far west side of a storm like Eta, you've got dry conditions, sinking air. And that leads to our near 90-degree temperatures to wrap up the week and start the weekend. See, everything works out. And then you see the cooler weather for next week, courtesy of that next front. And that is my forecast.